Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Will Bay, and I'm taking a look today at some Amalgam comics. I know I flipped through some of the covers to these ones. I think I did a whole video on just Amalgam comics covers. And this little stack here represents the last of the Amalgam comics that I owned. And these are currently, I've already listed them on eBay. I'm not looking to keep them, but I did want to take one last look at them before they go and kind of just remember these things as they came out, because wow. So this is the X Patrol, and the deal is with these is that I didn't know like any DC characters. So Elastigirl was not familiar with. I'm much more familiar than when these things first came out. I didn't know who Starfire was. I love Starfire now, through a lot of Titans and stuff like that. So Shatter Starfire, Niles Cable, I still don't know who the DC counterpart is. Beastling, I get, is Beast and Beast Boy. Pharaoh Man, it looks like part Colossus. I don't know who the other part is. But yeah, so if you're not familiar with these, back after the Marvel versus DC, big crossover deal that they did, they just mushed the worlds together and they blended all these teams, and you get all these characters like Lobo the Duck and Elastigirl and Domino. Yeah, that's weird. But you just kind of mush all the characters together for these weird like one-shot universe things, and they were interesting. They would have probably meant a whole lot more to me at the time if I had actually known who the hell the DC people are. And just want to point it out, I mention this sometimes if I see these. Anybody ever order from Dave's Comics back in the day? I don't think they're still around. I don't really know. I used to order from Dave's Comics. Great comic book store. I have no idea if they're even still a thing, but it just cracks me up. I still see those ads and I think, oh yeah, I remember ordering from Dave's Comics. Ordering stuff from Mile High Comics. What was the other one? There was one company that was sold really cheap back issues in these issues, and I absolutely loved it. I can't remember who they are. If I see it, if I come across them, I'm definitely going to, yep, Mile High Comics. Cut and Run Comics. Closed, out of business. Is life hard? Can you not find your books? That's pretty much the story everywhere now. Shoot. It's about impossible to find a comic book store that's still functioning, and at least in my area of the world, it sure is. Weird Science. Yeah, these are just cool. Just a stroke of weirdness on every page. And let's see. I do want to remember what year this is, because, hey, Black Sheep just came out. 1996. X Patrol, this was another one shot. I think this came out later. 97, so this is a year afterwards. I don't like the art in this one near as much. It's, I think it's the same guy who did, the Bishop miniseries. I liked it in that. I don't like it in this. People look a little weird. Goosebumps. Yeah, so I was on board for Wave 2, for Wave 1, but when Wave 2 came out, I really have no idea what was going on then. Or what the deal was, or why these came out a year later. Brother Brood. Interesting. Very interesting. I really liked this Magneto and the Magnet Men. I think it was one of the coolest ones that came out. I just thought it was just neat, having all the different guys based on all the different metals and stuff like that. Turn it sideways. And Amalgam books are I don't know, they've certainly increased in value. They haven't gone down. I had a whole bunch of them. From my inventory that I got from the store, the comic book store I bought out, I got I got lots and lots of Amalgam stuff and sold it in small lots and did really well on them. So, yeah, the books still hold their value in an interesting way. And yeah, this, I don't recognize I recognize this art from Age of Apocalypse. I think one of the books was being drawn by them. Matsuda. So yeah. I don't remember. I know Assassins was out, but I don't remember. I'm gonna turn this down just a touch. So Assassins is one that I bought off the newsstand back when it first came out. Of course, I don't have that original copy that I bought. This is one from the comic book store. And I don't know who this is. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the mashup. I'm not even positive. I think one of them is like Marvel's Elektra, but I couldn't tell you the whole, like, I don't know who the mashup is, which is kind of lame, but I mean, that looks kind of like Storm, but hell if I know. So it's kind of weird not to know. I'm sure it's somebody obvious, and I'm just not thinking of them. Was it the year's biggest hit? Was it? Was it? Actually, that wasn't a bad Batman movie. Generation Hex. This is one that I never saw until way later. Actually, when I bought this set, that stuff from the store, the shop, I had no idea of Generation Hex, which is probably part Generation X, part Jonah Hex. That's what it looks like to me. That makes sense. See, there's more of them that you would see. Thorian of the New Asgods. That one's fairly obvious. Lobo the Duck. That was one I understood. The Dark Claw Adventures. They also had one called Legends of the Dark Claw. It was just Batman and Wolverine blended, which was a pretty good mashup. I thought that was interesting. Yeah, this looks like a lot of the Gen X kids, and I don't know like who the counterpart to the Gen X kids would be. I know Jonah Hex is a DC character, but I don't know what each individual side character, who they would be meshed with. And that just looks like a red version of Scud, the disposable assassin. I'm sure that's not who it is. Yeah, I think I still have that figure somewhere. Maybe. Yeah, it's kind of awful. All right, and now we've got Super Soldier, which I'm pretty sure is just Superman and Captain America blended together to a large degree, which makes sense. The two are not similar in powers or design. They're incredibly similar in their, what's the word? In what icons they were and who they fought and for what they fought for. They're very similar in honor code and everything else. I think they're pretty cool. So meshing those two together made a lot of sense. That's a big, is this the Green Skull? Luther, the Green Skull, nice. Need a big Sentinel Prime to stop this Nazi robot. Not a good album, pretty good album. And man, I remember Sam Goody. That was good. Poe, by the way. Haunted by Poe. Great song. Empire of the Dark Ages. Gotta check out the ads. Always stuff in here. I'm really loving this big weird robot thing. 1996 Fan Awards. Yeah, just weird little one-shots. And I remember reading them and I remember thinking, I feel like I'm not getting the complete story here. And of course I wasn't, but you know, where is the complete story to be had? These were one-shots. There was nothing else. The last one I have is Doctor Strange Fate. I'm familiar with Doctor Strange, less familiar with Doctor Fate. Don't really know much about him at all. Abominites, an abomination creature. I know he has a cool helmet that's squinty. That's really all I know about Doctor Strange, or Doctor Fate. Wanda Zatara, the White Witch. Okay, I get that. Frankie Raider, Jade Nova. Bruce Banner, Skulk. He looks like he's skulking right there. Simon and Kirby, the Legend. I don't know the combination of this character. I'm guessing part Constantine, part somebody else, but I don't know who. This would probably be the Skulk. It's just Solomon Grundy. Oh, Solomon Grundy Hulk. Okay, I get it. Nice. Nice blend there. I am familiar with the Solomon Grundy. I would say nice art in this. Looks like the story's carrying on. And then this guy, I think he's one of the key characters who blended the Amalgam universe in general. So, and I think he's like part Harbinger and some part somebody else, but I can't remember who. Or I could be completely wrong on that. I just know that he somehow was intricate in the Amalgam universe. And that's my Amalgam books. And I got a couple of multiple copies of the X Patrol, which are, you know, going to be listed as well. And I got some DC Marvel All Access books that are going in with it too. But that is them, and that's all I've got left. And at one point I had all of them. I think all of them. Yeah, all of them. I think I even had Lobo the Duck. So yeah, crazy stuff. Just a weird slice of comic time and place that the industry would produce a book together like that, which they don't really do that kind of thing so much anymore, and that's all right, because I don't know. These are either really cool or they're, I don't know. I kind of thought they were a mindless cash grab, but they're also fairly interesting, I guess. Tell me what you think of them. Go ahead, leave a comment, because I don't really know. The jury's out on Amalgam, and you know what, always has been for me. I don't know if I like them or hate them or if I even care, but they are certainly weird enough to warrant checking out or looking at least once, because they do exist and they are an odd thing. So anyway, that is my story and my rough opinion on these books, if you can call that one. I will catch you guys later. Bye.